Welcome to Instruct UI demo. In this demo, I'll walk you through how I generated this UI using Instruct UI, powered by Syncfusion components. I've selected Syncfusion as the component library, and I've already prepared a prompt based on my idea so I can visualize it through the generated UI. Now, I'm copying the first prompt and pasting it into Instruct UI to generate the layout for my idea and begin the process. While this runs, Instruct UI interprets the prompt, maps it to Syncfusion components, and applies layout. The sidebar has been generated with a fixed layout, but the text isn't clearly visible yet. We'll address and refine it after completing the dashboard generation. Here, you can see Instruct UI analyzing the page, identifying relevant samples based on the prompt, retrieving the required parameters through the API, and updating the page accordingly. As a result, we now have our dashboard complete with charts, a data grid, and well-structured cards. Now we can address the sidebar visibility by providing a follow-up prompt, and then continue with the rest of the UI generation process. Now, Instruct UI reads the prompt, identifies the relevant file that needs to be updated, and replaces it according to the requested changes. The sidebar visibility has been improved, but I'm not fully satisfied with it yet. We'll revisit and refine it later after completing the remaining pages. For now, let's move ahead and generate the markets page. We've successfully generated the markets page. Along with the sidebar navigation, we can also switch between pages using the drop-down that includes all the available routes. It includes fully functional filters, along with a data grid that supports search functionality as well. Next, I am moving to Portfolio. In the same format. And within just a few minutes, our prompt has been transformed into a fully functional, polished UI, featuring a well-structured data grid with filters, accumulation charts, a bar chart, and neatly organized cards. Next, we move to the Orders page. While it runs, Instruct UI searches the relevant documentation and sample references, then generates the necessary pages, models, and CSS based on the given prompt, delivering a production-ready. We've generated the Orders page, featuring open orders displayed in a structured data grid, along with tabs at the top that allow seamless switching between open, executed, and canceled orders. Next, we'll move on to the Analytics page, where we'll visualize various charts to gain deeper insights into the data. We now have our Analytics page ready for visualization. It includes a line chart to show trends and differences over time, a bar chart highlighting monthly profit and loss, a heat map presenting sector-wise performance, and an exportable data grid for detailed trade analysis in PDF or Excel format. Next, by generating the watchlist page, we move one step closer to turning our prompt into a complete, production-ready UI. We now have our watch list ready, displaying the stocks we've added, along with market gainers and losers neatly organized within cards and a structured data grid. Finally, we've arrived at the last page of our application. Within minutes, our profile page is ready, neatly organized into tabs, and we can now see how the prompt has been transformed into a complete UI. Now, let's enhance the functionality and make better use of Instruct UI by adding a follow-up prompt. When the Show QR button is clicked, a QR code should be displayed. We got our follow-up updated. On clicking, we are opened a dialog and showing the QR code. The Code Diff feature clearly highlights the changes made by Instruct UI. It shows that the appropriate QR code component has been added along with the dialog to support the new functionality. As mentioned earlier, we can now refine the sidebar by removing the shadow and updating the logo. I'll provide a prompt to make these adjustments, and once they're complete, the application will be ready for local integration. Instruct UI begins processing the requested changes, and within a few seconds, the updates will be applied. And now the changes have been successfully applied. The logo is clearly visible, the unwanted sidebar shadow has been removed, and we can review the complete generated code in full screen before proceeding with local integration. Now we can download the generated code. Instruct UI allows us to download the project in multiple formats. For this demo, I'm going to download it as a WebAssembly project. Here's the zip file we just downloaded. Let's go ahead and extract it into a separate folder. Next, we'll open this extracted folder in Visual Studio Code. Now we can explore the project structure. As you can see, all the project files are available here, including the components, pages, and everything required to run the application. In the Startup file, the SyncFusion license key should be updated with your license. Now, let's move ahead and run the project. And just like that, our prompts have been transformed into a complete UI with the help of Instruct UI and integrated seamlessly within minutes. As you can see, all the pages, navigation flows, charts, data grids, tabs, and other components are working perfectly and smoothly together. This brings us to the end of the demo. If you're still exploring the idea of generating UI through prompts, visit instructui.com. It offers a free trial, allowing you to experience the workflow firsthand and start building your own UI right away. Thank you for watching this demo. I truly appreciate your time and interest. I hope this walkthrough gave you a clear understanding of how quickly and effectively you can transform prompts into production-ready UI.